Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, and Wilt Chamberlain are names of stars that people will never forget. But what about some of the names of NBA stars that we shouldn't have forgotten? The names of players like an Elgin Baylor, Alex English, or even a Mitch Richmond fall into the category. These players dominated in their time, but people often forget their name until someone says something about that player. The token response is usually, oh yeah, that guy was great back in the day, or I completely forgot about that guy. Players can have dominating impacts on teams and eras, but with the passage of time, their luster fades. There are at least 10 guys who might want a pat on the back for all the hard work they put in during the day, and today, we'll be going over them. Let's get into the video. Number 10, Tom Chambers. Tom Chambers was a standout playing with 6 different NBA teams. He was one of the first players to help define the new role of the power forward position and was probably most recognized for his play with the Phoenix Suns. Chambers could rebound, but he could also shoot like a guard and was very known for his finishing. He didn't have a great post presence, but he was very difficult to guard because of his offensive skills. He earned 4 trips to the NBA All-Star Game, and he came away with the MVP in 1987 contests. During his 16-year NBA playing career with the San Diego Clippers, Seattle Supersonics, Suns, Utah Jazz, Charlotte Hornets, and Philadelphia 76ers, Chambers averaged 18.1 PPG, 6.1 RPG, and 2.1 APG. Number 9. Moses Malone. Moses Malone came straight from high school onto the ABA and was a dominant big man his entire 21 ABA or NBA career. He played for 9 different teams in his professional career and was known as both a rebounder and a scorer. Malone's accomplishments are astounding as he won 3 NBA Most Valuable Player awards and an NBA Finals MVP in 1983 when the Sixers won the NBA championship. He also racked up 6 NBA rebounding titles and was a 12-time NBA All-Star. Malone was known for his quickness, strength, and his ferocity around the boards. He got to the charity stripe a lot as he shot 11,090 NBA free throws. He averaged 12.2 RPG during his NBA career and 20.6 PPG. He also swatted away 1.3 balls per game. The Hall of Famer had his number 24 jersey retired by the Houston Rockets and his number 2 jersey retired by the 76ers. He was a true impact player. Number 8, Dennis Johnson. Dennis Johnson was known as a defensive guard who would constantly trade pick opposing ball handlers. He was elected to 9 straight all-defensive teams. He was primarily recognized for his time with the Boston Celtics later in his career. However, he built his foundation in Seattle with the Supersonics and later with the Phoenix Suns. He was instrumental in giving Seattle its first NBA championship by winning the Finals MVP in 1979. He was also a fundamental member of the Celtics championships in the 1980s. Johnson won 2 championships with the Celtics and was remembered for the famous playoff steal by Larry Bird, who passed to Johnson for the game winner against the Detroit Pistons. Johnson had his number 3 jersey retired by the Boston Celtics before he passed away from a heart attack in 2007. Number 7, Jerry Lucas. Jerry Lucas is remembered for being a dominant rebounder, even though he wasn't the biggest guy and didn't have the greatest leaping ability. The 6'8" forward averaged a career total of 15.6 boards per game during his 11-year NBA career. Lucas showed off his talents while playing for 3 teams during his career: the Cincinnati Royals, the San Francisco Warriors, and finally the New York Knicks. He was also a good scorer as he averaged 17.0 PPG with 3 years above 20 points when he was with the Royals. He was a 7-time NBA All-Star who won the All-Star Game MVP in 1965. He was also the NBA Rookie of the Year in 1964 and added an NBA championship with the Knicks during the 1972 and 73 season. Lucas won an Olympic gold medal in Rome in 1960, an NCAA championship, and an NBA championship. Championships were in his blood. John Havlicek. John Hondo Havlicek was a foundation for the Boston Celtics and their 1960s dominance. He was a 13-time All-Star and won 8 NBA titles during his career in Boston. Havlicek was best known for his perpetual motion style of play, where he would continue running around until he tired the opposing defender out. He was also one of the first 6 men of the game, where he would come off the bench to start a game and be in the final minutes to close it out. He defined today's guard forward position and was known for his clutch performances when the game was on the line. In his career, he averaged 20.8 PPG, 6.3 RPG, and 4.8 APG. He is the all-time leading scorer in Celtics history, which says a lot, as he amassed a total of 26,395 points. Havlicek, a 13-time NBA All-Star, had his jersey retired by the Celtics and is a member of the Hall of Fame. Number 5, George Gervin. George the Iceman Gervin was known as a pure shooter who was smoother than the waters of Lake Tahoe. He won 4 NBA scoring titles and was the first guard to win 3 titles in a row. Gervin started his career with the Virginia Squires in the ABA and then moved on to the ABA San Antonio Spurs. When the Spurs joined the NBA in 1976 and 77, he showed that his ABA success wasn't a fluke. He averaged over 20 points per game in 9 out of his 10 years in the association, maxing out at a 33.1 PPG during the 1979 and 80 season. He made impossible shots look easy, and his effortless play is one of the reasons that he doesn't stand out among the likes of Michael Jordan or Larry Bird. Gervin could score with the finger roll, the silky smooth jumper, the reverse layup, or adjust midair and make a difficult shot look routine. He had his number 44 jersey retired by the Spurs and is a member of the Hall of Fame. Number 4, Mitch Richmond. Mitch Richmond made an entry early into the NBA by winning the Rookie of the Year award after the 1988 and 89 season, and combining to form one of the most exciting trios in the history of the NBA, Run TMC from the Golden State Warriors. Richmond was traded to the Sacramento Kings in a move that stunned Warriors fans, but he quickly took the Kings to the next level. Richmond was known for his scoring and three-point shots, but he also filmed the lanes well and was very fluid without the ball. He was so smooth that he could make defenses fall asleep and sneak up for monster jams. He made 6 All-Star teams and was crowned the All-Star Game MVP in 1995. Number 3, Jack Sikma. Jack Sikma was selected 8th overall in the 1977 NBA draft by the Seattle Supersonics and earned his way onto the 1977 and 78 All-Rookie team. He helped the Supersonics win the NBA title in his second season with the help of Dennis Johnson, Gus Williams, and Paul Silas. He never failed to score less than 10 points in his career and averaged a career high of 19.6 PPG during the 1981 and 82 season. Sikma was also a solid rebounder and averaged a career high 12.7 RPG in the same season. He was also one of the most accurate shooting centers in NBA history and was a rare standout at the free throw line. He averages 84.9% from the charity stripe, so he was the guy defenders stayed away from in the final minutes. Number 2, Alex English. Alex English was a pure shooter who could light up the scoreboard during his heyday with the Denver Nuggets in the 1980s. He was the NBA's top scorer during that decade and retired with 25,613 points. He won the 1982 and 83 NBA scoring title by posting a 28.4 PPG average. He commanded the high-scoring and explosive Denver Nuggets offense and led the team to 9 consecutive playoff appearances, while making the All-Star team in 8 seasons. He was never one to boast about his abilities or his superb shooting, as he let his play speak for himself. English shot 50.7% during his 15-year career, as he was the first NBA player to score 2,000 points in 8 straight seasons. Number 1, Elgin Baylor. Elgin Baylor was the heart and soul of the Los Angeles Lakers organization and the one player who helped it to rise to prominence. He was extremely agile as a player, and his moves were similar to today's freewheeling stars. Baylor was the bridge between the dominant teams of the Minneapolis Lakers that starred George Mikan and the new dynasty that started in Los Angeles with Jerry West. He was an offensive force who averaged 27.4 points and 13.5 rebounds per game in his 14-year career. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any of our videos in the future. With that, I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.